Hi there, my name is Bisola Miriam, and this is a live video where I will be talking to you about TOEFL or IELTS. Which should you consider? TOEFL or IELTS? Which of them should you consider? Right. So at this point, I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you can see what I'm doing, please let me know. If you can see what I am doing, let me know so that I can be sure you are hearing me or you cannot hear me, right? Let me know if you can actually hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Like I said, I will be talking about TOEFL or IELTS. Which should you consider? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can. Awesome. TOEFL or IELTS, which should you consider? TOEFL or IELTS, which should you consider? A lot of people have asked me the question, I want to write TOEFL, I want to write IELTS. Some people even say they want to write both. And I'm like, both? Why? For what? So in this video, my goal is to first of all tell you what these two exams stand for, tell you the similarities and the differences, and clarify which of these two exams you should take, if of course you have to take them. And lastly, as a bonus, I'm going to talk to you about options that you can consider if you're looking to get waiver for either of these two exams. What is the TOEFL? First of all, what is TOEFL? What is IELTS? TOEFL is test of English as a foreign language, and IELTS is test International English Language Testing Service. TOEFL is test of English as a foreign language, and the IELTS is International English Language Testing Service. Okay? So the TOEFL exam is similar to the IELTS and it is different in some ways. Test of English, so the two exams are similar in the sense that they test your English language skills, that is your written, spoken, and writing skills as far as the English language is concerned, right? So the other exam, so in addition to you learning what the TOEFL, in addition to what I just said, the TOEFL exam is valid for 2 years. The IELTS is valid for 2 years. The TOEFL exam is for admission purposes. The IELTS is for admission purposes. But these two exams are different in the sense that the TOEFL exam is useful for applications to, well, the two exams are similar in the sense that they are both valid for applications to schools abroad, either USA or Canada. However, here are the differences. TOEFL is generally acceptable or much more popular in the US or in North America, while IELTS is popular in the UK or in Europe generally. Now, these two exams are different in this other aspect, and which is the fact that IELTS has three types, or there are three types of IELTS, but there is only one type of TOEFL. There is the IELTS UKVI for people looking to study in the UK. There's the IELTS academic for those who want to study in the outside in other European countries, and of course other North American countries that the IELTS is accepted. And there is the Ielts General, which is for those who want to study, who want to migrate abroad. Now, these two exams are also different in the sense that TOEFL, like I said earlier, is popular in US, in North America, while the IELTS is popular in the UK, and by extension, Europe, and majorly many European countries. Now, the tests or the companies that oversee or manage these two exams are not the same. That's one thing they do not have in common. So the TOEFL is managed by ets.org, while the IELTS is managed by generally the British Council and of course some other bodies. I think the IELTS has more than one bodies or organizations in charge of it, but TOEFL mainly is being managed by the ETS, that's the Educational Testing Service Company. Now, in in the next screen sharing option, I'm going to show you how to find out more about these two exams. So, if you visit ets.org by simply typing ets.org, you're going to be getting more information about the TOEFL. And if you do the same for the IELTS, you're going to be able to find more about the IELTS. So this is where you should go to if you want to learn more about IELTS. If you want to learn more about the TOEFL, this is where you should go to. So in this video, I have talked to you about what the IELTS academic is, what the IELTS general is, and of course the IELTS UKVI. And in addition to that, I've also talked to you about the TOEFL. I've talked about what makes, in what ways these two exams are similar, and I've also talked about how these two exams are different. So, if you want to consider taking either of these two exams, you need to also bear some things in mind. One thing you need to bear in mind is, what is the school saying? Like, visit the school's website, find out what their specific requirement is before you go for any of these two exams, right? Also, bear in mind that these two exams are only valid for 2 years, okay? In addition to what I just said, you need to also bear in mind that the TOEFL is different from the IELTS, and in terms of price, I mean, generally the TOEFL is always cheaper than the IELTS, and of course, if of course you are looking to study in North America, that is USA and Canada, where TOEFL is generally much more accepted, I would recommend that you take the TOEFL. And of course, if you take the IELTS, of course, there's no cause for alarm as long as the website of the information available on the school's website says that you can actually write these exams, or you can actually submit either of these two exams. Does that sound okay? Please let me know in the chat if this video has been helpful. And if you have any other thoughts, other questions that you want me to go live to answer, drop a comment below so that I can plan to talk about those questions that are bothering you. The more the questions you ask, the more the chances that you are getting clear to that point where you say you have clarity. And in addition to that, if you're looking to study abroad on a guaranteed scholarship, you need someone to guide you, to walk you through the process. You can follow the description of this video in order to talk to me about your plans. Thank you so much. My name is Bisola Miriam, and I'm so happy and excited to have had this opportunity to share with you my thoughts on how your dream can become a reality. If you're used to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it, and make sure you talk to someone about what I do on this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you some other time. Now, if you're watching this video, let me say this to you very quickly. There's an offer that I have, which I call the 100 Scholars Club. What is it about the 100 Scholars Club? So the 100 Scholars Club is designed to guide or to work with you if you're looking to study abroad. Specifically, the 100 Scholars Club is my intervention plan to work with scholars who are currently stuck, who have been trying all the while, but who haven't gotten clarity. So if you want to get this done as soon as possible and within the shortest possible time, then I would strongly recommend that you consider subscribing for the 100 Scholars Club program. The 100 Scholars Club program is designed to walk you through the process if your goal is to land a guaranteed scholarship in the next 6 months to 1 year. Most importantly, the 100 Scholars Club is for people who have been trying to get a guaranteed scholarship but who have never gotten one, or those who are looking to start the process but who have no idea what to do. And how exactly does this even benefit you? So in this program, I have a book that you would have, access to, unrestricted access to. I have an online course that you're going to be having unrestricted access to. And most importantly, you're going to be having access to all of my cheat sheets, my templates, and strategies. So, getting access to this book is one thing you need to bear in mind. I mean, getting access to getting or subscribing to this program is one way to, first of all, get access to my book. And in this book, you find list of schools with funding, schools with application fee waivers, schools with test score waivers, and most importantly, the strategies that you need to use in order to build your letter of introduction and to connect to potential advisors. Now, in addition to my book, you're going to be getting access to my online course called the Scholarship Guaranteed Online Course. This is a video-based course with screen sharing option. In this course, you find useful videos that I've created that will walk you through the process of getting a guaranteed scholarship, right? So in the video, you would find 7 modules. Module one, I talked about mindset and mental shift. In the second module, I talked about um, how you can identify, how you can craft your application story so that you can apply based on clarity and know what program, what professor you need to connect with. In the third module, you learn the strategies for sending out letters of introduction. In the fourth module, you're going to be learning how you can apply to schools without making with little or no mistake, right? And in the last module, you're going to be learning how to avoid a visa denial even after getting a visa, because the problem is a lot of people, after getting a visa, they end up being denied. After getting fully funded, they end up being denied visa because they made so many mistakes, or they have no idea what to do, and then something just goes wrong, and they are stuck. So I want you to consider subscribing for the 100 Scholars Club program if, of course, your goal is to study abroad in the next 6 months. And of course, if you're watching this video right now and you need further clarity, I would recommend that you follow the description in this video so you can book time with me, so I can have a chat with you and answer your questions so that you have more clarity. Thank you so much, and bye.